These three figures represent everything you traditionally know and love about NECA toys. Good paintwork, really accurate sculpting, and articulation that's effective where you need it. These dinosaur figures look just like the cult classic show. The 8-inch cloth figure, while not for everyone, is a fun representation of Willie Nelson that's unique and unlike anything out there. But the next figure we're going to look at, which is this Last Ronin Raphael, is something that feels different from NECA. It's something special, and we're going to talk about why next on Toy Games.
Hey! Oh! Toy Games! Toy Games!
So as I just mentioned, for me, NECA figures have always felt like collectibles you pose and put on the shelf. And when Michael from Retro Blasting made his video that pretty much catapulted him into like either infamy, some people were on his side, some were against him, whatever you want to call it, it lit a fire in NECA. I don't think they want to admit it, but their plastic felt different. For me, it didn't bother me because I always bought NECA figures to pose and put on the shelf. And I bought things like Marvel Legends to play with. And when he posed and broke his NECA Predator, I was like, well, they're not really meant to be manipulated like that. They really aren't. But now this is a new NECA. This is something that has that really good quality paint and sculpt work. But when you mess with it in hand, it feels like an action figure. It is so much different from any, the Prey Predator figure that was in my top 10 figures of the year. That is carrying over to this. I never read this comic book and I'm almost turtled out. But something about a big beefy turtle and this battle armor looking to just stomp out someone. I had to have it, and I'm so glad I did. Everything is there that NECA usually does. So usually when you get more articulation, like in the case of, DC Multiverse, they had to make a stand and they kind of cheap out on the paint. Nothing is cheaped out here. You're still getting that quality in the paint apps, but now you have this added articulation and everything feels buttery smooth. You still got to get some accessories. Look at that facial expression. I'm really blown away by this. A few months ago, I mentioned how these turtles were so fun because you could play with them and they also had solid sculpts, but they feel kind of cheap. This doesn't feel cheap. And it wasn't cheap. I did pay close to $40 for it at Chubsy Wubsy Toys, not a sponsor. But man, I now have to hunt these down. I now have to get maybe all of them. This is tremendous. I didn't plan on making a video today, and trust me, I'm only making it because I'm so excited. Who the hell am I going to tell this to? My wife will think I'm fucking crazy if I talk to her all night about this Raphael figure. But I'm telling you, don't sleep on these. You might be turtled out. You might not collect Ninja Turtles, first of all. But this is good. This is something special from NECA, and it's putting them above everyone else. Let me tell you something. If NECA finds one more license to go with stuff like the D&D line, and they still have their Predators, this Prey figure is tremendous, and the way he moves, if this company gets one more banger of a license, they will be the best toy company out there. Take care, have fun, everyone. Until next time, from Toy Games.